All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to Note Night in America. I hope you're all doing well this Monday evening. We're going to be in and out quite quickly tonight with tonight's Note Night in America. And it's obviously, guys and gals, hopefully you had a chuckle or two in the emails I sent out, trying just to lighten up a little bit. I was cracking up as I was doing some marketing and reading some stats, stuff like that. I was kind of amazed at the amount of time that people are spending in the bathroom. But anyway, before we get to the good stuff and help you handle your business in the bathroom, just want to go through a couple things. If this is your first time watching or joining us on Note Night America, hey, we are welcome. Glad to have you all. We've hosted Monday night webinars going back about 10 years now. It's hard to believe 10 years has flown by as fast as it has. But you can always catch those replays of all of our Note Night in Americas by going to our YouTube channel. We are recording this. Make sure, yep, I hit the record button. It's always good to see that red light at the end. Catch every replay on our YouTube channel. You can always just go to YouTube and searching for WeCloseNotes.com, or you can go to WeCloseNotes.tv, and you can also go to them by going to our main website, WeCloseNotes.com. But we've also turned each and every one of our Monday night webinars into a podcast as well, and this one should be out relatively soon. But anyway, make sure you check out everything we've got going on at WeCloseNotes.com as well too for you. And as always, if you're watching this live on YouTube or catching the replays, you can always schedule an RSVP your spot for all of our future Note Night in Americas on Zoom by going to NoteNightInAmerica.com and then joining the conversations and attending it live and asking questions live. So anyway, we will send the replay out. If you are RSVP for, you'll get a replay the following day. But anyway, want to give a big reminder here. In just over 2 weeks, we have our final 3-day workshop. It's our virtual note buying workshop for October 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll teach you a full day of how to find, a full day how to fund, and a full day how to flip. It's our best. It's the number one investor recommended education out there for note investors. Anybody in the non-performing space has taken our stuff, has recommended it, and it's just a very powerful class where it's not full of smoke or fluff. It's straight up nuts and bolts training to help you take your business to the next level. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that was a part of our virtual Note Weekend class this past Saturday. We host that every third Saturday of the month. But you can get signed up for notebuyingfordummies.com by going to that URL or going to We Close Notes and selecting the virtual note buying workshop on there. But October 8th, 9th, and 10th includes the replays to the past event and the current event, a 200-plus page manual, and a bunch of other great stuff. We will also, running from October, the week after October through the first week of November, have a 4-week coaching for those that are signed up for the class. So yes, it's just not that one weekend. It's 4 weeks after that. We'll do a live webinar every Thursday night, helping you implement more, taking your business to the whole next level thing for you, everybody. But anyway, we've also, you guys are here to help you take care of your business in the bathroom. The idea for this actually came from Saturday's class on Note Weekend. Somebody's talking about, marketing and working and doing stuff and taking things to the next level. And I was like, we all waste so much money on our smartphone. Our cell phone is so smart. As I was doing some research on it, we spend an average of 15 to 45 minutes a day. And our phone, think about that. Most of the time we spend with it on our phone. Okay. I'm not one, especially when you go to conferences and hotels and you see the guy, maybe ladies, you don't see it, but guys, there's always that annoying person who's trying to talk on the phone while they're trying to pee in the urinal. And you keep waiting for that phone to fall in and land next to that cake, the urinal cake. And it seems plenty of time. But we all know people spend time in the bathroom, whether they're hiding out from their boss or getting up in the morning. Look, we all do it. It's all our morning routine to sit there and do something. And we spend an average of 15 to 45 minutes at least once a day, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times a day, depending on what kind of Mexican food or gas station sushi you've had for the day. But many people we're not really utilizing that for our businesses. And as I've polled people and talked to people and listened to people, most people aren't doing anything. We're consuming, we're not producing. I challenge you to start thinking about when you're sitting on the throne consuming other people's content. Think about flipping the switch and using that time a little bit to promote yourself. I don't want you taking selfies from the throne. Okay. We all spend an enormous amount of time on our phones, and sometimes you just maybe need to sit there and relax, listen to the fart fan. But the thing is, look at what you're consuming. Think about what you're actually consuming. Maybe it's tonight after you get off the phone here. Maybe it's tomorrow morning. What are you actually consuming or doing? Well, we know one end what you're doing, but with the other side, what are you actually consuming? What are you looking at? Are you watching YouTube videos with the sound off? Are you checking out Facebook scrolls? Are you looking at TikTok videos? We're all doing a variety of different things. Like I get up morning, I check sports scores. I read USA Today on my phone, DS News, Housing Wire. You guys have probably heard me talk about that. Obviously, looking at social media. I look at podcasts sometimes. We've all got those cordless speakers, stuff like that for music. Some people listen to podcasts when I'm taking a shower in the morning. I listen to podcasts a lot of times as I'm getting ready in the morning. Maybe you're sharing other funny images or texting family. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're not on any Zoom calls, but we all know that with what's happened with COVID over the last really 18 months, we've seen enough errors where people are on webcams doing their business and their guests are seeing them on the toilet. We don't want that, or hearing the flush in the background. I've been in enough webinars, enough conference calls. I've had people do that where I hear the flush, or you're like, oh, dude, you should not be doing this while you're on the throne. Okay. But think about this. You're consuming stuff. And if it's something that you're going to take the time, it's going to stop you from scrolling left or right or whatever it is. If it catches your attention and it has to do anything in real estate or as an investor with what your focus is, hey, it's probably worth sharing that. It's probably worth sharing that to your audience in a variety of ways. Okay. So now you realize the computer that you have is not just something small. The smartphone, the iPhone, it is like having a true supercomputer sitting in your lap in your pocket a lot of times. And there's a ton of marketing tools. And I know it can be very overwhelming with the amount of tools and apps that are out there. I mean, there's marketing tools, there's video tools. I mean, you can do video straight from your iPhone that looks better than most webcams. There's obviously easy ways to do social media posting. You can look at your calendar and schedule things and look at who's on your agenda or schedule meetings with people. News articles, obviously, is something we talked about. But there's a million different smartphone apps to make you more productive. Squeeze more out of your hour. All right. Tools you can use, though. Here's some of the most amazing tools. And this is actually going to be a shorter Note Night in America because I wanted to fit into that less than 30-minute time frame with you. Tools you can use. Okay, so here's the thing. I go directly to websites. I got several websites saved directly on my phone. dsnews.com, usdaytoday.com has an article or has a mobile app to it. I will go to kxn.com. That's here in Austin. That's our local NBC affiliate that I like. Then there's also multiple real estate websites like Housing Wire. You can take a look at Yahoo Real Estate. There's so many other websites you can look at, or email lists you can get on for daily newsletters. Like I get Social Media Today is a newsletter that I get that I'm looking at things. I also look at Podcast Business Journal on a daily basis to see what's going on and something that's valuable for what I can, use with my podcast to get word out or other things. Okay. PhotoGrid. This is one of my favorite tools, and it is such an easy thing to do. Now, PhotoGrid, they've got a free version of it, but literally, I take photos that I take. If I'm scrolling through and I've got a picture of Princess or Stephanie or something else we're going on, I'll use it in PhotoGrid. Like tonight, maybe if you guys saw that where it's obviously you saw the toilet bowl marketing thing, but I use PhotoGrid because the photo I created in Canva, and Canva has a mobile app that you can use as well. But I use PhotoGrid. I took the image I created in Canva, which is a presentation size, and I've shared it on social from a computer. But I can jump on PhotoGrid and I add, hey, here's the Monday night at 7 p.m. Central, and then at the bottom I put NoteNightAmerica.com. That becomes it becomes a perfect square image that I can use on Instagram. Well, I use that not just on Instagram, on both my Instagram profiles. I share it on my YouTube community page and a few other places out there. If I didn't get a chance to share it on my laptop. But PhotoGrid is such a great photo editor with different filters too. This is one of my favorite apps. You can bring in multiple photos. I've used PhotoGrid to combine like 9 photos together. But if I'm, taking a break, if I'm not just in the bathroom, I may be sitting on the couch working on photos of PhotoGrid. I may be sitting on a plane, like I created a couple photos while flying yesterday. This is a really easy tool to use. We all use photos, it's one of the most powerful things. Now, here's another thing. Here's another tool I haven't talked about with you guys before. GetEmails.com. Many of us have websites, right? We've got a website through WordPress or Lead Pages or something, Wix or whatever you're using. And people are coming to it. They're consuming your content, and hopefully you're redirecting them back to your website. Okay. Well, what I do is there's a service that I got from a buddy of mine called GetEmails.com. And what GetEmails.com does is it tracks IP addresses to your website. And if somebody visits your website for the first time, Get Emails and see, oh, recognize the IP address, well, then they'll go out and find an email for that IP address. And then they send you an email, like mine comes at 8 o'clock every morning, and it shows me, hey, you had 6 anonymous viewers, or you had 7 anonymous viewers to your website or websites. Because I put it, basically what you do is Get Emails creates a little HTML tracking code, and you can put that at the top of your website. So I have that on WeCloseNotes.com. I have that on Note Weekend. I have that on Note Camp. I have that on a few others websites I have. And it tells me, like, hey, you had 7 anonymous visitors. 4 of them were on your main website. 3 were on Note Weekend. And it gives me their email address. Well, you know what I do? I send an email that next day to those so they came on Wednesday. Thursday, I send them an email. They may have a safe photo of me waving to them, say, hey, thanks for swinging by my website. How can I help you? Can I schedule a call with you to find out more about your goals? Okay. Now you can use easy texting. This is another app. If you don't want to use it directly from your cell phone, easy texting works on both the mobile and your computer. But easy texting is a great app you can use directly from your cell phone in sending out group texts to your investors or to your note buyers or to your audience if they've opted in with their cell phone. And easy texting is like for $50 a month, you get 1,000 texts that are outbound, pretty easy to use. I love it when I'm announcing a deal, sending an extra link to people about my class that have RSVP'd or other things, like my list of Ohio buyers, my list of Texas buyers. I have them all on specific lists, and I could I could pull an image of a property that we've got under contract off of Google Maps, save it, use Photo Grid to adjust that photo, make it look good, and then I can send it out to easy texting, or I can send out images get emails people that opted in different things. So Buffer is a great tool. We've been using Buffer for, golly, I think 5 or 6 years now. We had Shannon, not Parsons, I can't remember, but they had a business development on a podcast before. But Buffer is a great app that allows for you to schedule your social media posts ahead of time. Like you can schedule out to, heck, a month at times. I think what we have is that the version we have, it goes out across Instagram, Facebook business page, LinkedIn, Twitter posts. I think it goes to those 5, 6, multiple. Like I have a podcast page on Facebook. I have a personal page and I have a business page. So those to all 3 of those. But Buffer, if you're looking at an article, you can actually save that article to Buffer, put it in your queue to share when you have time to look at. So if you like an article while you're on your drone in the morning or in the evening or at your lunch break, whatever, trying to hide from your boss, you can always be flipping through there and, oh, I like this article. I'm going to save it to my Buffer queue, and then I can share it when I get back to my computer or laptop or continue to share it. But Buffer is such a great ad. We use Buffer every week to share content, articles, infographics, all sorts of that stuff. And you guys should be sharing stuff too. Like I said, it shares images. You can share images directly to Buffer. If I like an article, it'll share it there, and then I can just share it across all those different platforms with one easy tool. People always say, well, Scott, it seems like you're everywhere. Well, no, I just got an image from my podcast or image from an article, and I'm sharing it across multiple platforms at once with this one app that I can do from my phone, no matter where I'm on a plane, train, or automobile. Okay. Simple actions. Look, there are simple actions you can use. The reason we wanted to keep this, I did something there. There we go. Simple actions for you to do. Look, it's not hard to do, but you've got to be communicating. As people are opting into your email list, stuff like that, one of the things you want to do, like MailChimp. MailChimp's got an app straight to your smartphone too. You should use it on if you have MailChimp. All of our email companies now have the ability to do things on an app on your smartphone. And I like to keep on my phone too. I'm able to check sales. I'm able to check email blasts. I'm able to write emails, notice stuff like that. But I like leveraging getemails.com. I see every morning at 8 o'clock, whether it was 2 people or 20 people that opted into the website. And so I liked it. That's the first thing. Hey, thanks for swinging by my website. Thanks for checking out my podcast article yesterday. Hey, what are you looking to do? Hey, let's schedule a phone call. Click on this link to join my Calendly link. And I can look at my Calendly schedule while I'm traveling or on my smartphone and say, oh, I talked to this person, who's what my call is going to be about, check out their website and do a little bit of due diligence there. Look, here's the biggest thing. Marketers are the biggest thieves. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase it again. Biggest borrowers of quality content. If you see something good and catchy, people use it all the time. Okay. If anything, I will say I'm guilty of this. I see an idea, I'm going to steal it. I'm going to steal it and twist it and tweak it for my audience, my message. And honestly, that's probably the number one thing I do. Oh, what was that? I do. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, can we do that? Or I have an idea, I can message out to my VA or post something to Fiverr.com, and my VA on Fiverr does something for me to create something. So that's one thing you can do to maximize and then share it together. The simplest thing you can do is go over to LinkedIn and connect with other investors, other note investors, other IRA investors, straight from your smartphone, other special social media analysts or special asset managers. You can literally copy paste your message and share and connect and connect and connect. Now, the nice thing here too, it's a nice thing because LinkedIn pretty much has stopped allowing people to connect with more than 100 people in a week. They've shut that down. 100 people is the max you can connect with through the LinkedIn app. But now there's a service that we've heard me talk about, Octopus CRM. Well, Octopus has implemented a new tool that if you import over 1,000, say, real estate investors, and you max out your 100 connections, what the really cool thing that Buffer will do is if you want to send it 100, it has a feature for you to search those 1,000 profiles for people that have their email listed. And then it'll send an email to them separately than through LinkedIn, and it can keep your connection. So I just started playing around with that. I really like it. Now, if they send an email and it doesn't go through or it bounces back, they put it back in the queue for you to connect with them through Octopus. So check that out. But going to LinkedIn and looking for other investors, bankers, this is something copy paste and just easy to do no matter what time of the day you're at. Okay. Obviously, sharing relevant articles to your social media networks, sharing content. That's one of the most important things we need to be doing on a regular basis. And I'm just not seeing it. Here's the thing. There's like 770 million profiles out there on LinkedIn. Okay. Less than 5% are sharing something on a daily basis. I was at the nonprofit innovation and optimization conference this last week, and the head of business development for Ducks Unlimited spoke, and I'm actually excited. We'll have him on the No Close Show podcast next week, I think, as we have him on. But he mentioned 770 million profiles and less than 3 million are sharing something on a daily basis. If you really want to stand out, that's a simple place where they're in being the top 5% of sharing something interesting. It doesn't have to be all business. It could be a selfie, not from a bathroom, an article, an image. Just start sharing it to LinkedIn. It's one of the most powerful tools, and most people aren't sharing anything. Okay. Like I said, identify other investors. This is something you do. I've seen Facebook groups, especially recently. Oh, hey, I've got a performing note for sale, or I've got a listed notes for sale. And you'll see 30 to 50 people like respond with their name and email address. That's prime marketing to go and do a screenshot there or save those their emails and put them into your database to market to. Because if they're on Facebook saying, hey, here's my email, send me your list, they're automatic buyers looking for deals. So you might as well share them as well. Okay. And if you've got a deal or a property that you can pull the photo on, stuff like that, hey, share it via Buffer, share it to your social media. Use PhotoGrid to edit the photo so it looks clean. You can edit it, share it to your stories or other social media posts, stuff like that. Just start sharing it and get it out to your audience. That's all I can say. And if you're really bored, don't want to share, one of the things I do is I'll jump on and review podcasts. I'll do a search for a few people, see what new podcasts they've been on. If I might add, I see other people like my friend Savannah Arroyo, who's the net worth nurse. She's been doing a big podcast pitch lately where she's been on a lot of podcasts. And we helped her get on a bunch of podcasts, about 100 podcasts we helped her get on. And so I see what she gets on in her stories, like, oh, that might be a good podcast for me to reach out to be a guest. There's so many podcasts out there, people looking for guests to talk stories, deals, case studies, whatever. If you've got some of that, dude, reach out, or gal, reach out to those people and say, hey, I'm an investor. If you're looking for case studies or a good deal or bad deal that you want to share to your audience, I'd love to be on there. So that's a great thing that I use with podcasts. I also search on YouTube for different articles and videos and see what's trending as ideas for like Note Night in America or the Note Closer show. So just start sharing, looking at make that a valuable 15 to 45 minutes once or twice a day. Yes, we all know it's sometimes the best 15 minutes a day, depending on what you're eating. Maybe you all need a little more bran in your diet, but Metamucil helps. But here's the thing. A lot of us that I talk to, you have your brain clogged. You can't come up with ideas. You can't think. You're not sharing anything. Well, here's how you do it. You start looking, you start sharing, hey, I like that, or I don't like that. I like this, or I like that article. Let me share that article and add something to it. It's simple actions. A little bit goes a long way. And I challenge you that are on here tonight to really start doing something. Many people, like, I'm not going to name names on here, but there's people on here that I see all the time. You're not sharing anything. You're literally not sharing anything at all to your audience. And it's sad. And look, I get, I like sharing. I want to keep my personal life right. That's fine. But when you're not sharing anything about real estate, or you're doing something else, you're doing something like maybe a live video about something else, but you're not sharing anything about real estate. How the heck do you expect to get ahead? How do you expect your audience to know what the heck you're doing when you're not sharing any valuable information when it comes to your real estate or your note business or whatever you're doing to get ahead? I don't care if you're doing cornhole boards or twiddlywinks or whatever, but I never see any marketing from most people. And that's what separates the pretenders from the actual doers of things out there. Are you a pretender, or are you going to start doing something? And your smartphone, ladies and gentlemen, is the tool that's there to help you. And the simple things I share with you tonight, not difficult to do. You can do it in less than 30 minutes a day, heck, mostly less than 15 minutes. And you can enjoy your other 30 minutes and the soothing sounds of the fart fan. So that's any questions, comments, concerns. I was feeling a little goofy when I wrote this email. I'm not going to lie. It was funny to me. Got to laugh. If you don't have a sense of humor, hey, no offense. None taken if you unsubscribe. But questions, comments, probably some obvious concerns. Who knows? But I want to open that up before we let you guys go tonight. All right. While you guys are typing your questions or comments or want to discuss anything, as always, once again, a reminder, here in 2 weeks is our 3-day virtual note buying workshop, October 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's $9.97 for you plus a spouse. If $9.97 is a bit extreme for your pocketbook, you can always sign up for the WCN membership at $97 a month. And literally that includes the virtual workshop, includes note weekends, includes all of our monthly virtual online training for you at $97 a month. So it's designed to really help you save some money. But you can get signed up by going to noteumbrella.com or clicking over on the WCN membership from We Close Notes tab of our training. So there's no questions, comments, concerns. We are going to wrap it up for the night. It's in and out in less than 30 minutes. Look at that, guys. You can go flush the rest of this hour away to do something else. Hopefully the Cowboys flush the Eagles down the toilet on Monday Night Football tonight, but hey, who never knows. But go out, take some action, please, for the love of God. Go do something, share something. Don't just be a consumer. Share what you're doing, share what your focus is, and make bathroom time even more productive for you, okay? Thanks again, everybody. Thanks, RJ. Thanks, Michelle, David, everybody that's on here, Linda. Great to see you guys all. Have a great evening. Enjoy your rest of your Monday night, everybody. Bye.